Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Game Day Gold channel. My name is Rob, and we had a pretty decent day on PrizePicks. This free MLB pick I gave out last night, man, hit easy, so free. Tatis hit a home run with the first at bat, so easy, man. And even tacked on one extra hit, run, or RBI. I don't know. I didn't even watch the game, but. So if you paired this with every taco, man, you would have made so much money today. And then I posted this WNBA taco on my winnable, but it did lose. The four leg did lose, but if you are following on there, I did say the pair. It's just probably I recommended the pair with just one of these, and so if you did like Veronica Burton or Sabrina Ionescu with Skylar Diggins, you probably hit. But obviously this was kind of tragic. Collier just did not have the game we were looking for, but it happens, man. And then this was super unfortunate. This would have been a big win today, and it just didn't pan out today. Marina Mauri pushed, and Ogunbowale pushed as well, but it happens, and we still made profit off of it, so that's all that matters. And if you're wondering why I only had $5 on the taco, it's because I am limited on my tacos and my Flex Fridays to $5 because I usually make money off of those. So they limited me to $5, so I can only place $5 on these days. But anyway, enough of recap. I'm gonna get straight into these picks for tomorrow, man. First, we got George Kirby over 4.5 hits allowed, and to correlate with that, we got Luis Garcia over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And this is the last game of the day, so you should have plenty of time to lock this in whenever you watch this video. So, into why we're choosing these two players, and then we'll get into Austin Hayes down here. So, first, George Kirby, man. Unfortunately for him, he just came back last week against the Astros from shoulder inflammation. He's been rehabbing that since March, and he came back and he let up, he only let up 4 hits here. But oh wait, that was last year. My bad. I was gonna say I think he let up quite a bit more than that. He only had 4 strikeouts here, and he allowed 6 hits. And then tomorrow, he plays Washington Nationals, right? And I think I know Nationals aren't a super great team, just based off their record, but I do think he's gonna be struggling a little bit, at least for the next month or so, until he fully gets back into the swing of things from the shoulder rehab. So I'm pretty confident that he will go over what was it, 4.5 hits? Yeah, 4.5 hits. Obviously we could probably take this at you could take it at 3.5. That is going to lower your payout down to 3 times instead of 3.75 times, and I'm pretty confident he will allow 5 hits. But honestly, we'll just go with the 3.5 hits. Yeah, lock in the 3.5 hits allowed for George Kirby. I think that's going to be obviously way easier to hit. It's 1 less hit, and I just want to give you guys free plays because any play I give out on here, I want to make sure it makes money for you guys. So George Kirby over 3.5 hits allowed should be free. Now I'm gonna show you why we're pairing this with Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia this year, he hasn't really gone over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs that much, but he did go over its line twice last year against the Mariners, and also against George Kirby, he has one of the team's better hits, like batting averages. He's had 3 at bats against them, and each at bat he has had a home run or not each time. He hit 1 home run and then he's had 3 RBIs. So every time he's at bat, he's played against George Kirby, he's gotten 3 RBIs. So based on that, and then we also go down here to Garcia versus the pitch arsenal that George Kirby usually runs. He's got a decent WOBA, but what's even better here is the sinker that George Kirby likes. He does not strike out from this, and then also the fastball he does not get struck out from. So, and that's like 29.2%, 29.2%. So it's basically we're just gonna round up 60% of George Kirby's pitches are not, are gonna be pretty favored towards Garcia to get a hit, and that will also lead to, runs and RBIs. And these other ones, can be a little difficult for him, but that's why we're focusing on these. So, just based on the pitch arsenal that Luis Garcia usually does well against for George Kirby, and also the fact he has prior history of doing really well against George Kirby, I think this is a pretty nice lock-in. Now, obviously, you could lock this in at just 1, but I'm pretty confident you can go over 1.5. So we're gonna do 1.5 Luis Garcia. Obviously, if you aren't not as confident as that, you can obviously go lower, but I'm pretty confident in the 1.5. And now for Austin Hayes, this is just an extra leg to add into there to make the odds go up a little better. We got Austin Hayes over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs as well. Yeah, just making sure. And so this year he's been pretty good at that 60%, 18 of 30, and he's at that 60% of the time his last 10, 60% of his last 5. He didn't hit this last game, but traditionally against left-handed pitchers, look at this. Left-handed pitchers this year, he has been insane. A .417 batting average against left-handed pitchers this year is crazy. And also just looking at versus Noah Cameron, I'm assuming this guy is a newer pitcher, which is not to say he's bad or anything, but I just don't think, he's gonna. Well, he actually seems pretty good just in the 2 games he's played this year. But I am pretty confident in this. That's an insane batting average to have against left-handed pitchers. And then we also scroll down, look at the arsenal. He's really good against the fastball, and that's mainly what Noah Cameron's going to be throwing. Obviously, he has a changeup too, and a slider that Hayes might have trouble with. But if he does add in a curveball and the fact that he mainly throws a fastball, I think he should have a really good chance at hitting this. So, just based on those 2 things, I do think Austin Hayes can definitely hit this line really easily tomorrow. And so that's going to be our play, guys. Just to recap, Austin Hayes over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. George Kirby over 3.5 hits allowed. And then Luis Garcia over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And you know what? We're just gonna. I think we'll make it extra free for these 2. So with that, we're gonna put 30 on this. I'm gonna put 30 on this. Or wait, 50 for 120 does not sound bad. I think I'm gonna stick with 30. I'm gonna stick with the 30, man. I'm pretty confident in this play. Yeah, I'm gonna do the 1.5. 30 to win 90. 30 to win 90. So Luis Garcia over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I'm very confident in this play, guys, and we're gonna lock it in right now for you. All right, locked in, and so that's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. I'll definitely have more on the winnable. If you want to subscribe to that, link will be in the description along with the stand store, which can take you to free picks. Also have my affiliate links there, and like I keep saying, and AI plays are coming soon. I feel like a broken record just to keep saying it now, but they are coming. I just want to test them out as much as possible, so then I got the right percentages and just to make sure I'm super confident in what I'm putting out for those picks. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video, and let's make some money tomorrow, man. We've been making money on these YouTube videos pretty freely the past few days, so let's keep it rolling, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.